What's up, everybody? This is Siberian Tiger. I'm going to give you a quick review of my Sideshow Collectibles premium format figure Stormtrooper. All premium format figures are 1/4 scale, give or take. It's about 19 inches tall, I believe, and it is a limited edition. But what that means is that there is no number, and that it could either stop production next week or 20 years from now. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'll give you a quick top to bottom, or in this case a bottom to top view of this character, and if you're on board with this at the end of this review, I definitely hope I can help you come to that decision. This base here is a Death Star themed base. You can get a close up and try to focus in. It's kind of got like a marbling effect, which is not showing up at all on my camera, but I'm hoping you can get the idea. Nah, it's not gonna work out for you. But there is a interesting paint scheme going on down here. It's not just some flat black colored base. And as with all Star Wars premium format figures, the base, with the exception of Shakti, the base is going to have the black, satin black rim. Moving on to the boots. They have a nice weathered effect to them. As you can see, the black wash in here gives it a nice tarnished look. So he's definitely had those for a while. He didn't buy them yesterday. Moving up to the armor. It is either some sort of resin or high quality plastic. I couldn't tell you. But it does have a really nice gloss white coat of paint to it. I don't know why I had to tell you that it was white. I think it's pretty obvious. But as you could see in some of the perspectives, there's a nice sheen going on. But the camera will not be able to capture that, I'll tell you that right now. Seeing this in person is definitely a lot better than watching this video, I can guarantee that. But as with most premium format figures, you're going to have mixed media. The polystone being the actual body here and the plastic, but this is also in here some fabric. Some sort of nylon material. It's a little different than the Captain Rex and the Clone Trooper, which, if you're familiar with them. We got the different knees. This is his knee, I guess, for leaning on to help steady his aim for when he's firing his blaster. I couldn't tell you what this is, but it's definitely, a cool little addition. But moving up here, we have his belt, which is a separate piece. It's attached in the back by Velcro, and there's a thermal detonator that straps onto that. I'll get to that in a minute. These pieces here on each side, as you can see over there a little bit, they attach with some sort of elastic material. They're glued on. They have a little bit of give to them. The hands are polystone. The gun is plastic. This one's holding the gun. This one's where the gun leans onto, and they're both magnetic. If you're familiar with Sideshow's magnetic products, then you'll know that this is a very strong magnet that is in there with some sort of peg that you can't not mess it up. You can't put this in upside down by accident or anything like that. It just fits into the groove perfectly. Maybe get a closer view of that material. It's not going to cooperate, but we got some paint down here to show the buttons and stuff. Separate pieces for each. This is a separate piece, that's a separate piece. Everything here is attached separately, and you can see the nice gloss look to it. And the shoulder pads are on there pretty firmly. I've seen people that had theirs broken off in the transit, but luckily mine came from California to PA safe and sound. There are some issues with, there's some, when I first got it, there was some marks and blemishes. I just took a microfiber bag from my sunglasses and just got some soap and water and just polished it out, buffed it out, and it's relatively flawless now. So if you get any kind of marks or blemishes and you just want to take the effort to get it out, it's not as hard as you might think. Just maybe get some soap and water, like I said. Speaking of soap and water, this is a ball joint, and it's got some movement to it. I used soap and water to make it move better, because when I initially got it, it was very hard to move. But I'll give you an idea. It moves left, right, limited, and very limited to the up and down movement. When I first got it, I couldn't even move it up and down without the soap and water that I put inside, which I'll show you right now. And I got some soap in there, kind of lubed it up a bit to give it some give. But you see there's a ball joint and the peg that goes into the neck socket. There's no snapping or magnetic attachments. It just goes in. It sits there pretty firmly. Give you a front view. Side view. We got some decals here. These are not painted, they're actually decals, which is fine by me. If you painted that stuff on, it would probably not look as good. And more decals back here. And a lot of people are complaining about the specs of this Stormtrooper's helmet, saying it's not exact movie quality or whatever. I just, you look at this and this is a Stormtrooper. There's not more you could say about that. Very happy with the results, and if it's a little different than the screen accurate versions, so be it. This here is a pleather. Like I had mentioned before, this is all like a nylon sort of material going throughout the body and the legs. But up here in the chest area is get closer, is a pleather material where the neck is, and once I put the helmet on, this all folds down a little bit, and like I said, it sits in there perfectly. It's not going to fall off, obviously. It's in there pretty firm, and you have the option to make them look certain directions. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that buy more than one of these, and that's like your best way of making them look a little different. But let's turn them around real quick and give you a different perspective. Again with the pleather and the regular nylon materials. And like I had mentioned before, you have the Velcro strap back here and the thermal detonator that attaches on relatively easily with these two little clips. It definitely takes a little bit of getting used to get it on there, but it's relatively easy. But there you go with the Velcro belt and another sort of pleather-like material for the blaster. This here has attachments that let you swivel it back and forth. It's not just glued on there. But there you go. That's about all I could say about this for the time being. And I'm glad you watched. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, I recommend this for your collection if you're a fan of Star Wars and 1/4 scale stuff like I am. Thanks for checking this video out. Over and out.